Hi there. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. It is Thursday, January the 2nd. Yes, I had to look at my watch. Welcome back from holidays, if that's what you're doing today, like us. I'm Emily Vukovic, and joining me today, Jeremy Elliott. No, I did not trade Tom in for a newer model. He's still on vacay, but welcome, Jeremy.
Thank you very much. It's a new year and a new co-host.
Yeah.
Just for a couple of days.
Yeah, not really. Poor Tommy's sitting at home going, what?
I've been replaced. No, not hardly. Nobody can replace Tom.
Well, it's probably one of the colder days we have been suffering through. Feels like minus 28 right now. There's blizzard warnings. Now, this system going all the way out to Atlantic Canada. But for us, we're just dealing with extreme cold. Minus 15 through Toronto right now. We're looking at minus 20 through Newmarket. This is without the wind chill, by the way. With the wind chill, much cooler, feeling like the minus 20s, like minus 28, minus 29. This afternoon, I don't have my clicker, Jamie, so can you advance it for me? This afternoon, it's going to stay cold. So we're looking at minus 15 through Toronto, minus 15 through Hamilton, minus 18 in Barrie, minus 17 through Newmarket, minus 16 in Oshawa, and again, colder with that wind chill, so make sure you bundle up today. We will talk about getting into the weekend in just a few moments. We've got some significant snow on the way, but right now, I'm going to turn things over to Jeremy, and he's got your first look at traffic. We'll be taking a look at your long-range forecast coming up. We're going to see temperatures stay cold for the remainder of the week. And then we've got some snow on the weekend. Sunday into Monday could be significant.
This weather set.
Hi there, good morning. It is Thursday. It is the 2nd of January, 2014. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic, and filling in for the still vacationing Tom Reynolds is Jeremy Elliott. Jeremy, how you loving these cold temperatures?
Not at all. I started the car half an hour before I had to leave this morning.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You know that's bad for the environment.
Yeah, but it's bad for my environment if I don't.
That's true. Oh, it is so cold this morning. It's certainly one of the coldest days we've had so far this year.
And it's going to
Get
continue. Gee, I missed all of that one. Yes, and it's going to continue that way. Hopefully, I'll catch on a little faster. It's too cold.
Okay, well, are you this crazy? Would you ever do this, polar bear dip?
No, not a chance.
Me neither. You would have to pay me some serious money. And I actually was in the Santa Claus parade with the Polar Bear Dip Club in Oakville, and they asked me to do it this year, and I thought, oh, you know, I should be a good sport, but I can't. I just can't. There's no way.
There's no way I could do that. I'm sure it's a lot of fun.
Well, it's supposed to be really good for you, apparently. It's supposed to like boost your metabolism or something. I don't know, but I can figure out other ways to get skinny than doing that. There's no way. All right, we've got some snow moving through. Here's a look at the radar. This is a little bit of lake enhancement coming in through Hamilton. Some of the bands are going to be pretty intense, but they're staying south of the city. So the city of Toronto itself, we're looking at about 2 to 6 centimeters throughout the day today. So it's going to be consistent snow, but it's not going to be an incredible amount of snow. Temperatures freezing. So cold this morning. We're looking at minus 15, feeling more like minus 28 when you factor in the wind chill. Minus 22 in Barrie, minus 20 through Newmarket, minus 21 in Oshawa. It's cold. Bundle up. This afternoon, it actually doesn't warm up at all for most areas. The wind chill will ease slightly, but the winds are going to be very intense this afternoon. We're looking at winds gusting anywhere from 40 to 70 kilometers an hour. The closer you are to the lake, winds can be gusting closer to 80 kilometers an hour. So it's not going to be a pretty afternoon, to say the least, when it comes to temperatures. 5 to 10 centimeters for the Hamilton area. Toronto's still in that 5 to 10, but we're looking closer to 6 centimeters because we're just north of the system. In through the Niagara area, through Grimsby, that's where we could see heavier amounts, 10 to 20, not out of the question. We'll talk more about your long range. We'll let you know what the weekend has in store. But first, here's Jeremy with traffic.
Lee.
Thanks, Jeremy. Well, temperatures are going to warm up significantly after one more day of frigid cold. So we're looking at minus 14 tomorrow, but tons of sunshine. So weather being, it's going to be a clearer day. On Saturday, we look at a mix of sun and cloud, and then the snow starts to come in, and the snowfall event's going to be Sunday overnight into Monday, and we could see some fairly significant snowfall, but temperatures, the good news is that they're going to be warming up. No excuses. Getting exercise, whether you need it or not. Hurry up and wait. Snow and travel headaches in the U.S. But we'll start right here at home, where we don't need to be reminded that it's cold. Thanks, Jacqueline. To Wisconsin now, where anyone who has get more exercise as a New Year's resolution was off to a good start. All of that snow in the U.S. Midwest is giving travelers a tough time. There were updates. We'll take a look at our forecast in just a few moments, but first, here's Jeremy with an update on your commute.
Thank you very much, Emily.
Hi there, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Weather Network. It's Thursday. It is January the 2nd, 2014. Happy New Year. With the new year, I have a new co-host. Just for a couple of days. Relax, Tom. It's Jeremy Elliott filling in on traffic. And Jeremy, I know this morning you like getting up at those early hours, don't you?
I'm a morning guy. I've been doing this for a while. I like the mornings.
See? You're rare. You know that, right?
Oh, I've heard that.
You've heard that many times too, haven't you?
Definitely.
Causing a little bit of a headache this morning. I was just reading on Facebook. One of my old colleagues was talking about blizzard-like conditions through the Grimsby area. So it's not a fun drive. Just down around the tip of Lake Ontario, that's where we're seeing the more intense snowfall amounts. It's going to make roads a little slick, and I'll throw things over to Jeremy in just a few moments to talk about, how this drive, what kind of delays we're seeing on the drive so far. Minus 23 in Barrie, we're looking at minus 20 in Newmarket, minus 16 through Toronto, minus 14 in Hamilton. So slightly warmer in Hamilton, but not by much. We're looking at minus 15 this afternoon, minus 18 through Barrie, minus 17 in Newmarket. Keep in mind, it is going to feel much colder when you factor in those winds. Like it's feeling like the minus 20s right now. Bundle up. You need one of those things over your face. I don't remember what they're called, but you could just see your eyes. That's what you need today. We've got snow, 5 to 10 centimeters on the way for the Toronto area. We're looking close to 6 centimeters for the downtown core. So it's not going to be an intense amount of snow, but it's going to kind of last all day. Like it's going to be snowing now, and then it's just going to continue into tonight. Talk about your long range in just a moment, but first, here's Jeremy with traffic. It's going to be cold for at least one more day. If we can handle it tonight, it's going to actually feel like minus 33 when you factor in the winds tonight. So if you can handle it tonight, tomorrow gets better. We've got sunshine and minus 14. And then for Saturday, we bump up to minus 1. And Sunday, it's going to be balmy at 0. But we do have some snow on the way, and it could be significant for the lower Great Lakes. Sunday throughout the day, and then Sunday overnight into Monday. So the Monday morning commute could be a tricky one. Good morning and Happy New Year. Is it cold enough for you this morning? One of the coldest days that I've been out, that's for sure. Temperatures are going to be cold this afternoon, feeling even colder when you factor in the wind. So, with that, I would like to thank Colin for sending in a little bit of morning cue to our cold temperatures. Look at that puppy all warm in his little red sweater. How sweet is that? Thanks, Colin, for sending that in. Now, the city of Toronto is under an extreme cold weather alert. Now, these are issued when our overnight temperatures get to minus 15 or below. And it's interesting to look at some of the statistics from previous years. And I've taken this winter compared to last winter. And our statistics show that we've already had 2 days where they've issued extreme cold weather alerts. That happened December 16th and the 24th. Now, the winter of 2012, 2013, it didn't start until January. So if you're thinking, this winter seems colder than average, it is. We've actually seen colder days in December, where last year we saw them in January. Now, this New Year's Eve, I was lucky enough to ring in with one of my besties, Miss Natalie Thomas. We had so much fun. We were at a wedding. And this New Year's, I've decided to make this many New Year's resolutions. That's right. I'm not doing any because I never, ever keep them. I always say, oh, yeah, I'm going to eat less chocolate. Yeah, right. That never happens. So this year, on our coffee break on our website, we've asked, question of the day, my New Year's resolution for 2014 is to lose weight, quit smoking, make healthier food choices, spend more time with friends and family, get more sleep, save more money, or other. Let us know in the comments. Well, I took a look at our results, and I think the big winner is lose weight. I say that one every single year. Oh, I'm going to get fit. I'm going to go to the gym. Yeah, it never happens. So that's why I'm just going to try and live a healthier lifestyle, but not make it a resolution. Save more money is a big one. Get more sleep. 10% people say get more sleep. I think a lot of us that work on the morning shift actually say get more sleep as well. Make healthier food choices. See, I'm probably going to fall right in there. Yeah. I'm surprised that spend more time with friends and family isn't there. Well, interesting fact, if you're planning on cutting cheese from your diet, don't let it go to waste. Read on how to see icy roads can benefit from a little mozzarella. You can check that link out on our website to see. All right, I'm going to turn things over to Jeremy now. He's got an update on traffic. But we're going to start things off right here at home, where we don't need a polar dip to know it's cold. And it's only gotten colder. To Wisconsin now, where anyone who has get more exercise as a New Year's resolution was off to a good start. There's a tough time. There was a long list of delays and cancellations. In for Kevin Yard, we have Mike Arsenault, and Mike's been dealing with cold temperatures this morning. And I actually said to him before he left the studio, I said, Mike, where are you going? He said, you know, I might go to a rest stop where I can get some coffee. We're going to check in with Mike in just a few moments. But first, I'm going to turn things over to Jeremy. He has an update on your morning commute.
Well, the morning.
Good morning. It's Thursday. It is January the 2nd, 2014. Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us here at the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic, and filling in for the still vacationing Tom Reynolds, Jeremy Elliott. Jeremy, a hockey fan?
Much to my father's disappointment, I don't follow it very much at all.
You're
And
not
your
a hockey
disappointment, no.
No, I'm not a hockey fan. Go Sens! I'm totally not a hockey fan. I like the Sens, but other than that, Winter Classic, big game for the Leafs. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
Jeremy!
We stayed in and just watched old movies for the last 2 days.
You're giving me nothing here. All right, well, he was watching it, and the snow that they had to take off the ice was pretty substantial, as you just saw. And by the end of the game, there was a huge pile right in the corner of the rink. Kids would have had fun in the snowbank. Looking at the radar, you can see we are still seeing some snow through the Hamilton, Grimsby, St. Catharines, Niagara area. They're going to see the most out of the day today. Sorry, I forgot my clicker again. I'll show you the snowfall forecast in just a moment, but first let's talk about how cold it is. It's freezing. Yeah, we're looking at minus 17 in Kitchener right now, minus 21 through Orangeville, minus 16 through Toronto. It's actually feeling more like minus 25 when you factor in the winds through many areas. Minus 15 is the best we're going to get for the city of Toronto. Minus 18 in Barrie, minus 17 through Newmarket. And here's the snowfall forecast. Now, the city of Toronto, we're kind of in that 6 to 8 centimeter range. That's going to be happening throughout the day today. So it's not going to be fast. It's just going to be kind of slow and steady snow. We're looking at 5 to 10 through Hamilton. We're looking at 10 to 20 through Niagara. Grimsby, the winds have picked up, so we're seeing kind of, it's not necessarily a blizzard, but blizzard-like conditions on the roads with some blowing snow. So keep that in mind, because the winds today are going to be gusting anywhere from 40 to 70 kilometers an hour. The closer you are to the lake, they could be gusting up to 80 kilometers an hour. So it's going to be cold. We're going to see snow, and it's going to be blowing around everywhere. So not a great day to be out and about, but things will get better. I've got all the good news coming up in your long range, but first, here's Jeremy with traffic. Okay, here's my good news. It's going to be cold for one more day with sunshine tomorrow, and then we warm up significantly. -1 for Saturday, 0 for Sunday, but I know it's going to be warm, but we're going to see quite a bit of snow. We're actually in the 10 to 15 centimeter range Sunday throughout the day, overnight, and into Monday. So your Monday morning commute could be a tricky one, but temperatures staying relatively mild. Sore backs and achy elbows. Coming up, the New Year workout in the U.S. Midwest. But we'll start right here at home, where we don't need a polar bear dip. To Wisconsin now, where anyone who has get more exercise as a New Year's resolution was off to a good start. All of that snow in the U.S. Midwest is giving travelers a tough time. There was a long list of delays. All right, we are going to head to Mike Arsenault, who is out braving the elements this morning. Oh, Mike, how are you liking the cold? Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us. It is Thursday. It is the 2nd of January, 2014. Happy New Year. Okay, well, we've been talking about cold temperatures. You don't like the cold?
No, not whatsoever. And I should, considering I'm from Northern Ontario, I should be used to, I know. I've acclimated to the South very quickly.
Okay, well, you're a weather wimp then. I'm a weather wimp, and we all know that Mike Arsenault is a weather wimp, and Mike's in Grimsby this morning. And Mike, sometimes you must just shake your fist at me. You must just be like, oh, Emily, it would be nice for me to be in there one day or for you to be outside. Is that what you think sometimes? Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I'm so glad it's him and not me. I'm so glad. I thank everybody that works outside on days like today. Snowfall forecast. You can see the kind of snow blowing around Mike through Grimsby. 5 to 10 centimeters through the Niagara region and through Hamilton. We're looking at about 6 to 8 centimeters through the city of Toronto, but it's not going to all happen at once. It's not going to be one of those big kind of dumps. It's going to last pretty much all throughout the day today. So we could see some very slippery road conditions. And with more detail on that, I'm going to turn things over to Jeremy. It is going to be sunny tomorrow. There is good news in the forecast. It's still going to be cold, but it's going to be sunny. We're looking at minus 14, feeling like minus 20. The good news is that we warm up for Saturday to minus 1. It's going to be balmy. Sunday, a daytime high of 0, but we do have some significant snow on the way. Right now, the models are showing that about 10 to 15 centimeters is not out of the question throughout the day on Sunday, Sunday overnight into Monday, pretty much throughout the GTA. Schedule updates. And if you've got travel plans to Grimsby, we've got Mike Arsenault standing by. And Mike, do you really have on 4 pairs of pants? And if you're heading to the Grimsby area, make sure you say hello to Mike, who's turning into a popsicle as we speak. He's standing out in pretty intense winds. And Mike, they're gusting anywhere from 40 to 70 kilometers an hour, making the wind chills feel like the minus 20s. How does it feel in your face? Good morning. Thanks for joining us on a very frigid Thursday. It is January the 2nd. I'm Emily Vukovic, and in for the still vacationing Tom Reynolds, Jeremy Elliott. Jeremy, road's a little slick this morning because of all the snow coming down.
Oh, it's winter. Yeah, there's no denying it is certainly winter.
Not a lot of fun if you have to stand out in the cold like our own Mike Arsenault. And Mike, you're getting me all wrong here. You think I'm taking enjoyment with the fact that you're out there? I don't. I don't like seeing you suffer. I'm just really glad it's you and not me.
Here's Emily.
We saw that snow that Mike was just playing with at Grimsby. It's about 5 to 10 centimeters, but the winds, because they're going to be gusting anywhere from 40 to 70 kilometers an hour throughout the day today, 80 the closer you are to the lakes. We're going to deal with blowing and kind of drifting snow. It's that light, grainy, it's when temperatures are really cold. That's the type of snow we see, the light stuff. It's not that packing snow. So it is going to stay cold throughout the day tomorrow. We're looking at minus 14, lots of sunshine, feeling like minus 20. The good news and the bad news both come over the weekend. Temperatures warm up. Yay! But we do have significant snow on the way. It looks as though our models are showing possibly 10 to 15 centimeters on Sunday through the GTA, continuing into your Monday morning commute. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us on this very cold Thursday. It is January the 2nd, 2014. I'm Emily Vukovic, and standing in for Tom Reynolds, who's still on vacation, is Jeremy Elliott. And Jeremy, you like getting up in the early morning with these cold temperatures.
I'm a morning person. Not the cold temperatures. I'll pass on the cold temperatures. I'm certainly not going to be outside exercising. It's hard enough just going and starting my car.
Well, somebody is outside exercising. He's in Grimsby. It's Mike Arsenault in for Kevin Yard today. And Mike, isn't it convenient that Kevin is not here on the coldest day we've had so far this winter?
Studio.
That was the highlight of my morning. Thanks, Mike. Oh, yes, it's cold, and we've got snow on the way. For the city of Toronto, we're looking at about 6 centimeters, so it's not as intense as what it's been like down in Windsor, for example. They've seen already 26 centimeters. They could pick up another 5 to 10. In through the Niagara region, through Fort Erie, 10 to 20 centimeters, not out of the question. I think the really bad thing about all of this is the wind. It's going to be gusting anywhere between 40 and 70 kilometers an hour, up to 80 along the lake, so blowing and drifting snow could certainly be an issue by your evening commute. Now, to your morning commute, we're going to turn things over to Jeremy. It's going to warm up just in time for the weekend. Yay, but we have snow on the way. Models are showing about 10 to 15 centimeters throughout the day on Sunday and into your Monday morning commute throughout the GTA. But we'll start right here at home where we don't need a polar bear dip to know it is cold. If you've got travel plans through Grimsby, watch out for cold temperatures and blowing and drifting snow. Mike is on the ground in Grimsby, and Mike, you've been doing exercises this morning to keep you warm. Jeremy and I would like to see your next exercise be push-ups. January the 2nd, and it is cold. Is it freezing?
Oh, yeah.
I'd say freezing. It's really cold. And you know what, though? We've been really kind of embracing winter this year. And Mike, he's in Grimsby this morning. He's filling in for Kevin Yard. And Mike, so far we've seen you run. We've seen you do burpees. We saw you do a few lunges. And most recently, one-arm push-ups. How are you going to beat that? Thanks, Mike. You got to keep warm somehow, right? That's how he's doing it, by staying active outside. All right, our snowfall forecast, we're looking at 5 to 10 centimeters, generally speaking, for the city of Toronto, along the lake down towards Hamilton and through the Grimsby area where Mike is. Niagara and Fort Erie, we're looking at 10 to 20 centimeters. So the low is really staying to our south, but the winds, like Mike was mentioning, are sustained and gusting in between 40 and 80 kilometers an hour, depending on how close you are to the lake. The gustier your conditions are going to be. So, yeah, visibility could be an issue today. Blowing, drifting snow could be an issue today. So not so much on your morning commute, but your afternoon commute could be a bit more of a headache. But for your morning commute details, here's Jeremy.
Well,
Thanks, Jeremy. We are going to be seeing some sunshine tomorrow, but temperatures remaining cold. We're talking minus 14, feeling like minus 20. Another chilly one. And then the weekend, we warm up. It's going to be great. Minus 1 for Saturday. Great to take the kids tobogganing with all this fresh snow that we're seeing. Sunday, more snow on the way. Temperatures hitting a freezing mark, but 10 to 15 centimeters, not out of the question. Sunday, and then intensifying Sunday night. So your Monday morning commute could be a tricky one. Hi there. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Thursday. It is January the 2nd. Happy New Year. For those of us just getting back into the grind, or for those of us that are still relaxing on our couch, today is going to be a very cold day. We have got temperatures into the minus teens, feeling like the minus 20s when you factor in the wind chill. So this afternoon we're looking at minus 15 for Toronto, but feeling like minus 26 with the wind. Feels like minus 27 through Hamilton, minus 28 through Barrie. Now, if you're wondering what's the difference between actual temperature and wind chill temperature, here's Jacqueline Will to explain it all. Winner. Not only is it going to be cold this afternoon, but we do have some snow in the forecast. Snowfall warning has been issued by Environment Canada. We're looking at about 10 to 20 centimeters through Hamilton and Grimsby over towards St. Catharines, Niagara, through Welland, Fort Erie, Dunnville. It's going to be a messy commute, especially on your way home, because the winds are going to be quite strong. They're going to be gusting anywhere between 40 and 70 kilometers an hour. The closer you are to the lake, you are going to be seeing gustier conditions. So keep that in mind as you drive home. Now this evening we start to clear it. We'll see a little bit of lake effect coming off of Huron. Tomorrow, a nice day. We've got sunshine in the forecast. This system is going to be plaguing us throughout the weekend. On Sunday we could see some snowfall. So here's a look at the snowfall forecast for us today. We're looking at about 6 to 8 centimeters for the city of Toronto. Long range forecast. The good news, temperatures warm up.
this weather.
Brr, it is cold. Somebody shut the freezer door. Temperatures throughout the GTA into the minus teens, feeling like the minus 20s when you factor in the wind chill. It will stick around until the weekend, but then I have good news and bad news just ahead. I'll have all those details for you coming up. Thanks for joining us on this very cold Thursday morning. I'm Emily Vukovic. It is January the 2nd. Happy New Year for those of us that are back to the grind, and for those of you that are still relaxing at home on the couch watching Mike freeze. Now, I say that because he's been joining us in Grimsby all morning long. And Mike, a while ago, I asked you if you were a weather wimp or a weather warrior. And after watching you this morning, clearly, I do really like you, but you are a weather wimp. Thanks, Mike. I think you should just do some one-arm push-ups beside the other reporter. See if he can do those. That's what Mike was doing earlier on the air to stay warm. On New Year's Day, they actually asked me to do it this year, and I had to politely decline. I just can't do it. I'm too much of a weather wimp, just like Mike. Snowfall forecast, we're looking at 5 to 10 centimeters throughout the GTA, mostly to the south. We do have a warm-up on the way this weekend, but we also have more snow in the forecast. More on that just ahead. Sore backs and achy elbows. Coming up, the New Year workout in the U.S. Midwest.